Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your world. What does a day-to-day look like?
So my day-to-day is I pretty much drive around and go and visit my clients at their offices, sometimes job sites and things like that. I'm driving around, I'm taking pictures of other construction companies, whoever does roofing, I'm calling them.
Yeah, you can almost turn every lead into a sort of a warm lead just by knowing a little bit about the project or something.
The construction industry it's huge, but it's extremely small. Like everyone knows everyone. No, I personally don't like that.
Yeah.
So I went to school for marketing and I actually hate social media. I think it's terrible. I'll pick up the phone and like face-to-face meetings is like, you have to do that. You know, it doesn't matter how much you market, it doesn't matter how much you put online.
So Roof, what kind of products are there to get sold in this world?
So for us specifically, we sell a lot of the exterior products. So the roofing, the waterproofing, and the metal. I do not typically wear heels on my job sites. I've gotten yelled at on roofs. You don't want to puncture your roofs wearing heels.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Wait, this sounds like ASMR.
Yeah.
I really like those videos.
We're gonna make an ASMR video today.
Oh my god. See if it picks it up. That's hilarious.
All right. Welcome to the Blueprint Tour. We are here with Cayla, the legendary Cayla, a manufacturer's rep.
Kind of like a building products outside sales rep.
Okay, we'll dive in.
Cool.
So I'm Kenny. This is Carter. We're mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering nerds, and so we run this podcast kind of as our side gig. We're supposed to run the company for the most part, and then we end up doing this, and all our clients text us, like, when am I getting my drawing today? And we're like, oh, we're riffing with people today, so.
That's great.
We get here. But yeah, so tell me a little bit about your world. What does a day-to-day look like?
So my day-to-day is I pretty much drive around and go and visit my clients at their offices, sometimes job sites and things like that. I do not typically wear heels on my job sites. I've gotten yelled at on roofs. You don't want to puncture your roofs wearing heels.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, going to see my customers, going to see what kind of materials they need, what projects they're working on, commercial and residential, and things like that.
So Roof, what kind of products are there to get sold in this world?
So for us specifically, we sell a lot of the exterior products. So the roofing, the waterproofing, and the metal. So pretty much the entire exterior of the building envelope except the brick and mortar.
What about windows?
Yeah, we sell some windows.
Okay.
Yeah, some skylights.
I always tell people, we're mechanical engineers, and so we often are in the same universe because what you guys specify what you put on a building and how it's what the building envelope is impacts how the performance of our systems work. But usually
Absolutely.
we get blamed no matter what.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, engineers messed up the HVAC basically.
So a little bit my background is I used to work for a testing agency that tested the material.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of know a little bit about the performance requirements that go in with the windows and like the installation of things like that. And you're right, everyone does get blamed for something.
Yeah. What does the testing process look like? What happens on a typical, how does it even work?
So let's say for like storefronts or any kind of glass material that goes into the buildings, like most of our buildings are made out of glass. They'll be tested in the lab for performance requirements, and they'll do like air, water, structural tests, some Miami-Dade testing, which is like hurricane testing, impact testing. Some construction projects will require mock-ups, performance mock-up testing, and that'll all happen in the lab. And then when it comes down to the field, they'll do the air and water testing to make sure that it was installed, no leaking, nothing like that.
At least we hope they do. In the mechanical world, we're supposed to get our machines tested, and they never do either. We talk about it all the time, like commissioning process. Like, was the thing installed correctly?
Right.
Because, and this is no shade to the contractors installing it. It's just often they're just pushed to move so quick to just get it done, to get to CO, and then something gets skipped on the testing and the startup, or verifying a window was installed the right way, or the ductwork was installed the right way and leak tested. Doesn't get done, and then a problem happens, and then everybody's like, it was you. Like,
well, yeah, exactly. And no one also wants to pay for it either. They're like, that's like the last thing. It's like, the building's done. We're finally done. Everything's installed. And it's like, who's going to pay for it? Who's responsible for it? And then if you don't do it and then you get a huge leak, then it's a disaster. It's a bad problem.
Yeah. This is interesting. I wonder, so you sell roof materials, roofing systems? How often is it those daggone mechanical engineers equipment come in and cut up the roof? And then does that impact the warranty? And
I've totally heard some stories like on the contractor side.
yeah,
That's something that I don't really get involved with too much, but I have heard about that. That's a real big pain in the
somebody
butt.
wears heels on the roof. And
They're trying to blame me now.
yeah, yeah. I saw her on the roof with those heels.
Yeah.
I'll see all the little holes all the way up to the HVAC.
Yeah. So we work with the manufacturer reps. And like sometimes I'll partner with them. I'll go visit some customers and try to like that. And we sell their products. So they're the ones that go on site, do the inspections, warranty those roofs and things like that.
Yeah. So roof testing and leak testing, how does that, I guess you just put water on a roof? How do you make sure it's not going to leak?
So the only reason why I know anything about that is because of my background.
Yeah.
But I do know that some people will like flood the roof. They'll do like a little bit of pool. I've even heard some customers as a joke, they'll like fill it up with like an inch or two of water and throw some fish in there. And the next day they'd be like, look, it's been here so long that there's freaking fish swimming around.
Jesus.
You got to have fun with it. You know, you got to have some fun.
I wonder how much, yeah, because water's so heavy. I'd be nervous to fill up my roof with water.
Yeah.
No, they'll do like they'll do some.
Yeah.
But they'll do like electronic detection testing, ELD testing.
What is that?
It's like kind of like some kind of equipment where they'll scan it and they'll also do like a thermal infrared test to also see if there's water that leaked through and it's inside that you can't see from the outside. And like I
Yeah.
said, I only know about that because of my background. But like now that I sell the stuff, like I wouldn't know this stuff if I didn't know.
Yeah. What does the lead cycle look like? How do you go find a lead? Do they come to you? Or are you out there, I guess, networking of this kind of thing? What does that look like?
Yeah. So one really good thing about my company is they're really good at like sharing accounts with us and like saying, hey, go after them. Try to see how you can help their projects and things like that. Also, these events are amazing. I've been going to these IIBEC events for like 2.5 years now. All these contractors know me. I was able to take them on as clients now that I'm with Newcastle. And also, just kind of how I get my leads is I'm driving around, I'm taking pictures of other construction companies, whoever does roofing. I'm calling them, I'm seeing their job sites, seeing their signs on scaffoldings and things like that. And I'll just pick up the phone, call them, try to set up a meeting and talk about what they're working on.
Is there like a social media strategy? Do you get the create personal brand or anything out there?
No, I personally don't like that.
yeah.
So I went to school for marketing and I actually hate social media. I think it's terrible. The only social media platform I actually enjoy is TikTok. That's the only thing I actually get pure enjoyment out of.
Yeah.
But besides that, no, I don't like it. Really, like I'm kind of old school a little bit. Like I'll pick up the phone and like face-to-face meetings is like you have to do that. You know, it doesn't matter how much you market, it doesn't matter how much you put online. But going out in person, that's what I do.
Especially, I'm sure, in a city like this where it's a big city, but I'm sure everybody kind of knows each other in some way. You know, that news could spread fast about who you are. And what you do.
The construction industry it's huge, but it's extremely small. Like everyone knows everyone. And I've been within the industry for like 4.5 years now. 4.5 years. And I'm sure there are people like, oh yeah, you know that girl Cayla? Yeah, there's not a lot of women in the industry
puts
either.
Holes in all my roofs with this. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Same here. We're in Richmond, Virginia, much smaller, but I think every city I've been to, the construction industry is small. It's like everybody knows everybody. They know everybody's stories and all that kind of stuff.
I feel like that could be a really good thing and a really bad thing at the same time.
Yeah, if you mess up, the word will spread fast, and you got to recover quickly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty much ours. Being in person, meeting people. These are great events for that. Are there other conferences similar where you can network for this?
Yeah, there's the CRI one, which was like the concrete world one. Trying to think of, I heard someone else saying that they were going to go to a CSI one, which is something about specifications. A lot of my manufacturers are here today, and they're going to be going to those events, talking with architects and trying to get in those specs.
I was about to ask that question. Is an architect somebody you're reaching out to as well to just get your products in there, drawings, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a little bit harder for me. Sometimes I'm like the gateway to open up to that because my background was in architectural testing. So I do have some contacts, some leads that way, and I will give those leads to my manufacturing reps and set up a meeting for the both of us to go, sit down and talk and So maybe I won't directly, get anything out of it, but in the long run I will, especially if they put that product in the specs.
So are you OG from New York?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised, still there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. What about you guys?
We're from Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
Hopewell, more specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're nowhere as cool as an actual New Yorker. We got here yesterday. I took an Uber to go somewhere that was apparently way too close to take an Uber, and the guy's like, "I know you're not from around here. If you didn't take subway or just walk."
Really?
He's like, "It's a beautiful day. You should walk." So Carter and I walked back last night. So we enjoyed the city. I took the advice. Apparently bad to not take the advantage of a beautiful day and walk the streets and get a feel for the city.
I mean, yeah, to be honest, born and raised in Brooklyn, I don't really like the city that much.
Really?
Yeah, I prefer to be like out east on Long Island, like a little bit more greenery and stuff like that. I would only come here if it was a nice day. That's the only time I'm coming out here. If it's raining, if it's snowing,
Yeah.
if it's cold, I'm not coming here.
What's the difference in the vibe? There's just more space and elbow room out there in Brooklyn.
Yeah, people are like normal out there. Like people aren't angry. There's a little bit more peace out there. Like everyone's super chill. And you just have like more of like a family vibe and a more relaxed vibe. You have nature out there. You can have a boat, you can enjoy like nature. Here it stinks. Like it literally stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what, Carter, is that you? What is this?
No, it's bad. It's bad out here.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to head out that way and take a look at that part of it. Because
Everything you want is out there. If you want that nightlife, you can find it. If you want just anything, I feel like it's out there. Some people, there's like a war between it. It's like people from the city are like, what? Why do you want to go to Long Island? I'm like, yeah, that's where I want to go. I've been here too long.
Too long. That's amazing. So on the world of, what brought you into this? What transitioned you from the testing world to the sales and rep world?
So I think the real question is, how did I even get into construction in the first
true.
place?
Back it up.
I get those questions all the time. It's like, how the hell did you end up here? So I went to Hofstra University, which is on Long Island. Maybe that's where it all started.
Yeah.
And I went to school for business and was in marketing, did a couple finance internships. And then I graduated the year of COVID, like prime time, beginning of COVID. So like no one was working, and someone was like, hey, like my mom's working for this company and they're hiring someone to do like some of their accounting, like, receivables and payables and stuff like that. And so I was like, all right, I need to start working. Let me just go. It was for a concrete company.
Okay.
So I was just taking the job just to start working because they were considered, an essential company that needed to keep running.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I was there for like a year, and then I got an opportunity for the testing company. That was just like word of mouth. And then from there, I was kind of getting stuck there for a little bit too long. I needed a change. I needed something new. And then I ended up here. So the building materials, though, it's kind of similar to what I was doing with before. So I'm familiar with some of the testing behind it, but not the materials. So it's within the same industry, but it's all brand new stuff I have to learn, which is exciting.
How long does it take somebody like fresh into that rep position to kind of find a
It takes a while.
vibe? Yeah. What does that look like?
Oh, yeah. It takes a couple months. But the thing is that you could be in this industry for years and you're still learning. So I think that's the aspect of it that I really enjoy, is that you're always like learning and that you're never going to stop. You're going to see mistakes, you're going to see success, and you're going to be in the process of all of it.
Yeah, construction really is. I feel like every time I turn around, I've been doing it for a while. I'm just like, there's still more I gotta figure out. I'm supposed to know that too.
So you guys are in HVAC, right?
Yeah, electrical engineering and electrical Carter, and I'm on the HVAC side myself.
Okay, yeah, my brother does HVAC.
Okay.
For a company out here in the city.
Yeah.
So
that must be wild, trying to figure out how to put a HVAC system inside of a building.
He's really good at it. Sometimes he just sits back and tells them what to do because like he's like the brains behind it, and he just tells them what to do.
Yeah, well, you need somebody like that that can make a decision and actually figure it out.
And he's on roofs all the time, and I'm like, Chris, can you please like give me some leads here? Can you put a hole in a roof or something?
Yeah. Take my high heels and go out there.
I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really hard though to generate some of those leads. Like sometimes we'll pass by a project and they'll encourage us to go onto a job site and be like, hey, Who's in charge here?
Yeah.
And then they see me and they're like, whose girlfriend is this? Why is she here?
You're not allowed to bring your girlfriends to job sites.
Yeah.
Do you do cold calling? Is that part of it? Or are you just out there just trying to hustle find that kind of thing? Or
Yeah. I mean, like cold calling, like I said, based off of like seeing a couple job sites, who's on it, and driving around and stuff like that. It all starts with a call. You know, you can't set up a meeting without a call first.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are soft leads, some of them are cold leads. So yeah.
Yeah, you can almost turn every lead into a sort of a warm lead just by knowing a little bit about the project or something. You know, you're going to know somebody that knows the person, and that usually helps. You know, honestly, quite frankly, for us, the podcast has been great because we end up getting to know a lot of people, and just so that network just expands. Like, we talked to her on the podcast.
All different kinds of people working on this similar buildings, the same buildings, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long have you been doing the podcast for?
Beginning of last year. What is it? 25. It was beginning of 24. So coming up on 2 years.
Yeah.
So what was that like getting that started? Because there's a couple of us. There's like three of us, including myself, in this industry, specifically this organization too, that wanted to start one a couple months ago. And one of them lives in California, so we were trying to be like, okay, well, when can we like plan on meeting up and start this thing, and how do we start? So yeah, how was that like for you guys?
Kenny's got the background in like audio AV, so he's familiar with all this stuff. But
I used to run a recording studio, and I was just always broke because recording musicians were all broke all the time. So like, whatever. But that's where I had that background. Then I got my engineering degree, and then I was like, oh wow, you can make money drawing pictures. Like I used to work so hard recording bands. This is way better. So that was where my knowledge of this nerdy stuff comes from. But yeah, I think it's 2023. We just started. 24. Yeah, in 2023, we started realizing we were starting to really suck as a company. We tried to figure out how we're going to reconnect with people and learn how to become a better company. And then this podcast was a way to do that. Just talking to anybody in the industry and learning about what they're doing just made us better engineers. But getting it started, that was she's just making it up as we went, basically, kind of like what you're saying. Just start, I guess, making it up and you'll do it.
Yeah,
I don't have any tangible advice other than that, right?
No,
just
but
this
is actually really great because I don't know anyone in this organization or necessarily in this industry that is doing a podcast, and I feel like maybe that's something that we need.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for networking and meeting to people or building relationships, you know, with strangers. Like, you know, we're like, oh yeah, we had a podcast.
Someone's roof may be leaking. Let me call Cayla real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Cayla, thank you so much for stopping by. I got to give you the outro music, of course. Cayla, how do we from
Newcastle,
Cayla Hasner.
Yeah.
From Newcastle, OG Brooklyn. Thanks for stopping by. We'll do an ASMR episode next time.
Yes.
See ya.
I love that ASMR stuff.
You nailed it.
Thank you.
I like the ASMR intro. We're gonna.
Yeah, that was funny.
It sounds so good.